In this video, we'll be taking a look at 3 college basketball games happening on November 7, 2024, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games, so 6 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 3 college basketball games after fully watching this video. One thing before we start, if you would like to gain access to our best exclusive sports picks to take your journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer our best single picks, parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. Niagara versus Michigan State. The Niagara Purple Eagles will be taking on the Michigan State Spartans in an exciting matchup on Thursday, November 7th. The game will be held at the Jack Breslin Student Event Center, with both teams looking to build on their strong starts to the season. Both Niagara and Michigan State began the season with convincing victories, but Michigan State's win carries more weight as they faced a Division I opponent, whereas Niagara's opponent was not. Although Michigan State faced some initial resistance from Monmouth, they ultimately established control thanks to solid defense, securing a comfortable win. The Spartans enter this season with a mix of fresh talent, particularly in their front court, which looks to be a real strength. However, the team's backcourt remains somewhat untested and could be an area of concern as the season progresses. Niagara, on the other hand, easily defeated Houghton in their opener, but given the level of competition, it's hard to draw many conclusions from that game. They did, however, show impressive shooting accuracy, hitting over 44% of their shots from beyond the arc, a promising stat moving forward. Michigan State is widely expected to be a formidable team this season, coming in with a strong projected ranking of number 21, while Niagara is ranked much lower at number 311. The Spartans are coming off a successful season where they reached the quarterfinals of the Big Ten tournament, ultimately falling to Ohio State. In their opening game, Michigan State demonstrated its potential with an authoritative victory and a standout defensive performance. Given the disparity in rankings and the strengths displayed by Michigan State, Niagara is unlikely to be a serious threat in this matchup. Consequently, the Michigan State Spartans to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. The Michigan State Spartans currently hold a 1-0 record after defeating Monmouth by a decisive score of 81-57. At halftime, Michigan State held an 11-point lead, 38-27, and then added another 43 points in the second half to seal the win and cover the spread. In this game, Michigan State shot 49.2% from the field, though they struggled somewhat from beyond the arc, making only 16.7% of their three-point attempts. Their free throw percentage stood at 66.7%. Michigan State converted only 3 three-pointers and made 18 free throws, while also recording 23 assists and winning the rebounding battle by an impressive margin of 17. The Niagara Purple Eagles are also 1-0 after their season opener, where they cruised past Houghton with a 100-65 victory. Niagara was already leading 55-34 at halftime and continued to dominate in the second half, outscoring Houghton 45-31 to secure the blowout. Niagara's shooting stats were impressive, with a 57.4% field goal percentage, 44.4% three-point shooting, and 72% from the free throw line. The Purple Eagles managed to make 12 three-pointers, 18 free throws, and registered 22 assists while winning the rebounding battle by 5. Given Michigan State's demonstrated strength in defense and overall dominance, I expect them to continue playing with intensity and limiting their opponent's scoring opportunities. Thus, under the projected total is our full game total pick. Jacksonville versus Florida. The Jacksonville Dolphins and the Florida Gators will clash in college basketball action this Thursday at the Exactech Arena, located within the Stephen O'Connell Center. This matchup is highly anticipated as both teams aim to build on their season-opening victories earlier this week, setting the stage for an exciting game between these in-state competitors. Jacksonville opened their season against a non-Division I opponent, Trinity Baptist College, in what served as a warm-up game. The Dolphins managed to secure a 78-65 win, heading into halftime with a 34-24 lead and ultimately prevailing by a 13-point margin. Throughout this game, Jacksonville rotated in 12 different players, indicating that head coach Jordan Mincy is still experimenting with various lineups and player combinations to find the best fit. While Jacksonville's first game allowed them to work through some adjustments, facing a team like Florida will pose a far more significant challenge. This game will test the Dolphins' depth and chemistry as they continue to refine their rotations and prepare for tougher matchups. The Florida Gators, on the other hand, appear poised to bring high energy and a fast-paced style to the court this season. In their opener, the Gators faced off against South Florida, emerging with an impressive 98-83 victory. Although they trailed by a single point at halftime, the Gators came alive in the second half, posting 59 points to clinch the win. While their offense showed tremendous promise, scoring nearly 100 points, there remain some concerns about their defense. South Florida managed to keep the game close at times, indicating that Florida may need to tighten up defensively against stronger opponents as the season progresses. Both Jacksonville and Florida kicked off their seasons with wins on Monday. Jacksonville beat Trinity Baptist, while Florida triumphed over South Florida. However, neither game provided much insight into each team's full potential or how they will perform under tougher circumstances. Jacksonville's win came against a significantly weaker team, while Florida's opponent, South Florida, is currently undergoing a rebuilding phase after losing key players. One clear takeaway from the Gators game was their commitment to an up-tempo style, a strategy that could create a substantial advantage on Thursday. This game offers the Gators an opportunity to utilize their speed and wear down the Dolphins, potentially stretching the lead beyond a 20-point margin. Predicting the outcome for this matchup largely hinges on assessing what we expect from Florida this season. Todd Golden, the Gators head coach, has proven himself as a skilled strategist, bringing a dynamic, tournament-caliber approach to Gainesville last season. Though Florida lost their 7'1" center to a season-ending injury during the Southeastern Conference tournament, the Gators remain a strong team, particularly on offense. The offense is driven by Walter Clayton Jr., who notched 29 points in their opener. However, one area of concern is Florida's three-point shooting. They managed just 5 for 26 from beyond the arc against South Florida. While their perimeter shooting may continue to be inconsistent, it is unlikely to be as low as it was in the first game. Jacksonville, picked to finish near the bottom of the Atlantic Sun Conference, could struggle to keep up if the Gators maintain their fast pace and improve their shooting accuracy. Given these factors, the Florida Gators to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. Statistically, Jacksonville currently averages 78 points per game, shooting 39.7% from the field, 18.8% from three-point range, and 63.6% from the free throw line. In contrast, Florida has shown stronger offensive numbers, averaging 98 points per game on 52.4% shooting from the field, 20% from three-point range, and 81.8% from the foul line. Florida's offense looks promising, as evidenced by their ability to post nearly 100 points in their first game. However, their defense remains an area of concern, which could allow Jacksonville's offense to capitalize and keep the scoring high. Given the offensive tendencies of both teams, this game has the potential to turn into a high-scoring affair, with Florida likely approaching the 100-point mark again. Therefore, as we expect both teams to contribute significantly to the scoreboard, over the projected total is our full game total pick. Idaho State versus USC. The Idaho State Bengals and the USC Trojans are set to face off on Thursday night in an early season college basketball game at the Galen Center in Los Angeles. Both teams are looking to improve on last season's performances and gain some early momentum, with USC hoping to capitalize on its home court advantage and Idaho State aiming to rebound from a tough opening game. Last season, Idaho State endured a challenging year, ending with a 14-20 overall record and a 7-11 mark within the Big Sky Conference. Despite their struggles, the Bengals managed to finish slightly ahead of conference opponents Idaho and Sacramento State. Their season saw a brief spark in the conference tournament, where they advanced to the semifinals before falling to Montana. The Bengals opened their 2024-2025 campaign on Tuesday against Arizona State but struggled offensively, getting outscored 31-20 in the first half and ultimately losing the game by a score of 55-48. On the other side, the USC Trojans come into this season with hopes of improving on their 15-18 record from last year. USC went 8-12 in Pac-12 conference play, placing ahead of Stanford, Arizona State, and Oregon State in the standings. The Trojans' season concluded in the quarterfinals of the conference tournament with a loss to Arizona. They opened their new season against Chattanooga, where they built a solid 10-point lead at halftime and cruised to a 77-51 victory. This strong start sets a promising tone for the Trojans as they prepare for more competitive matchups ahead. In their opener, USC USC displayed solid team dynamics and execution, taking advantage of a weaker Chattanooga team. The Trojans shot 50% from the field, pulled down 36 rebounds, distributed 21 assists, and kept turnovers to a minimum with just 9 total. Defensively, they held Chattanooga to a poor shooting performance, allowing only 27.8% from the field and a mere 17.6% from beyond the arc. The game played out much as expected, with USC showing their prowess against a less competitive opponent. Idaho State, by contrast, had a difficult night offensively in their opener against Arizona State. The Bengals shot just 25.4% from the field and a dismal 14.3% from three-point range. They did, however, find success on the boards, securing 46 rebounds with a notable 16-8 advantage on the offensive glass. Although their shooting struggles hampered their ability to keep up, the Bengals' rebounding effort is a positive takeaway. However, it's hard to imagine Idaho State having much more offensive success against a USC team that appears more polished at both ends of the floor. While Idaho State may see a slight improvement in shooting, they are likely to face an uphill battle against the Trojans' stronger offensive unit. USC, now preparing to transition to the Big Ten, may face some challenges this season as they adjust to a higher level of competition. However, in early matchups against teams with less firepower, the Trojans should have little trouble. Idaho State's struggles against Arizona State suggest that they may lack the firepower to stay competitive in this matchup, and USC's well-rounded performance in their opener suggests they are well prepared to dominate again. Given the disparity in offensive capabilities and their solid defensive showing so far, the USC Trojans to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. So far this season, Idaho State is averaging a low 48 points per game, shooting 25.4% from the field, 14.3% from three-point range, and 76.9% from the free throw line. On the other hand, USC is putting up a much stronger 77 points per game, with a 50% shooting rate from the field, 32% from beyond the arc, and 71.4% accuracy at the foul line. Given these numbers, as USC's offensive efficiency is likely to push the overall scoring higher, over the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.